This is part 3 of being a divine messenger, being a holy man, a whole brain thinker, a whole body feeler, you know, what truly being holy is all about is truly feeling the wholeness, not the perfection, but the wholeness of life and the great perfection at the same time. You know, holy is feeling into the wholeness, all right? And, genuinely and sincerely letting wholeness, guide all things. You know what I mean? Completeness. Letting supreme equilibrium guide all things. And having the supreme ocular vision to see the divine ostentatiousness. And yeah. Anyways, I just want to let it be known that, on this planet where we're at right now, leaving this moon cycle that is casting this spell of the last 6,000 years linearly, of what we call the spell and the curse of emotions and materialism and distorted knowledge. And that comes with those, 9 sins or 9 diseases of life that we have to take account for and know that, it can come in all different types of ways in the human beings on the planet as human beings throw stuff at you. And you're here to remind, as the messenger, as the holy being, everything. That's why we're setting the record straight with our tonality, with our relaxedness, that everything is already complete, everything is already whole and is already done, and that we're here to witness the body and the mind for its holographic projected nature, and know that we are birthless and we are deathless. And that's the true root of enlightenment and endarkenment, is that we are birthless and we are deathless, and the body and the mind, or the earth, this mothership that we call the planet, is a temporary suit. It's just a temporary outfit, a temporary wardrobe, right? For the soul's quest in gathering up divine wisdom, so that it can always be in touch with the oversoul, and the oversoul can always be in touch with the etherian soul, you know what I mean? As like a grandchild, parent, grandparent connection almost, you know what I mean? Just being in touch with the star qualitativeness that, the stardust that we are is wanting to experience, right? Because soul is the star, right? The soul in the sun is a star, So as we're traveling through the cosmos, we land on planets or motherships, and we experience the holographic nature of that existence. But we don't ever get actually birth or death. The experience does, inside of the experiences of the mind and the body with inside of it. And that's dying and birthing itself every day. The mind is literally meant to constantly upgrade. The body is also meant to constantly upgrade. Everything in this experience is meant to constantly upgrade. That's why the body is constantly shedding itself on all different levels, on so many different levels. Organs are shedding at different rates than other glands and organs, because there's a blueprint of death and rebirth in this simulated dream for the soul to learn lucidity and astral projection through. So yeah, that cosmic intelligence has to be embraced and surrendered to every day, and the walk down and up the path and the way of enlightenment and endarkenment is just that simple. It's just a surrender to that cosmic intelligence and allowing the true self to be the heart or the breath, you know, that is the divine will that makes it all happen. You know what I mean? Soul and self is the same thing as saying the true divine heart. Even it's called the Ab or Ib or Abab in ancient Egyptian understandings. So yeah, the right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding is, how we set the record straight, knowing that we are in a star cycle. We're not in a planetary cycle anymore. You gotta look at it like that too, family. We're not in a planetary or a lunar cycle. Now we're in a star cycle or a sun cycle, right? Meaning that we're getting out of, planetary consciousness and we're returning back to a stellar consciousness. Starting 2030 or 1970, the seventh seal has been fully opened for us to, embrace more starlight thought of mind, right? And this is not like, fairy tale. This is actual. Like, if you do the studies that in this age of electricity and knowledge is all around us, so easy to get, you know what I mean? You have to be ignorant to, think that you're not able to do the studies right now. You'll see that, what I'm talking on a scientific level is the basis of this enlightenment and this endarkenment that has always been what all the cultures of the planet were trying to get us to, outside of governments, outside of religions that don't try to have you walk this path. These cultures of the planet have always been trying to get you to walk this path of enlightenment and endarkenment with your family through means of Ubuntu and Sankofa and such, right? Embracing Ashe and Ashuk, right? So we'll leave it at that, and we'll get these uploaded for the YouTube family and see if these codes resonate with y'all. Then we're inviting you to walk down this path, walk up this path, slide down, dance down, sing down, and sing up and dance up this path of enlightenment and endarkenment with us. And yeah, let the power that comes from that just fully flood us with this master wisdom and these master secrets. All right, because the way is always there, just ready for us, right? And we have all the actual facts to let the divine knowledge turn into divine wisdom, and that divine wisdom turn into supreme over inner outer standing that really creates sound right reasoning within all aspects and spectrums of how we see our story, our ontology, our eschatology, our numerology within inside of, this divine mind and divine order that we're here to witness, experience for our soul and our heart. All right, so praises and cheers, praises and cheers, praises and cheers. Ashe, farewell, wadu.